were honest. The reason we elected you was because you wanted peace. We wanted an end to never-ending Middle Eastern conflict. But he decided not to listen. There is no appetite for this war anywhere. So Trump is now reduced to going around and asking or demanding other countries to get involved. And here is how the world is responding. And the reason they're responding is because of that choke point. Okay, that choke point in the Middle East. They're like, we're going to need that, actually. Germany, here, we'll just put this together for you, said, this is not our war. We did not start it. We want diplomatic solutions and a swift end to the conflict, but sending more warships to the region will likely not help achieve that. That's a strong no. The EU says it is in our interest to keep the Strait of Hormuz open, and that's why we are also discussing what we can do in this regard. Britain writes, while taking the necessary action to defend ourselves and our allies, we will not be drawn into the wider war. Okay. Australia writes, Australia does not intend to send ships into the Strait of Hormuz. We know how incredibly important that is, but that's not something that we've been asked or that we're contributing to. Japan writes, we have not made any decisions whatsoever about dispatching escort ships. We are continuing to examine what Japan can do independently and what can be done within the legal framework. China, the recent tense situation in the strait and the waters nearby has impacted the route for international goods and energy trade, disrupting peace and stability in the region and beyond. China once again calls on parties to immediately stop military operations, avoid further escalation of the tense situation, and prevent regional turmoil from further impacting the global economy. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni on Wednesday, and she's a friend of Trump, delivered her strongest criticism of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran, describing it as part of a growing and dangerous trend of interventions that sit outside the scope of international law. Like, this is illegal, is what she's saying. This is illegal. Spain says Spain will never accept any stopgap measures because the objective must be for the war to end and for it to end now. South Korea, we will continue to communicate closely with the U.S. while carefully reviewing the situation before making a decision.